Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. My name is Kyle Neal, and I am the Senior Archivist with the Region of Peel Archives. What you are watching is part one of what might become an ongoing series exploring the glorious government records that we have in our holdings. These are records created and/or collected and used by the Region of Peel, the cities of Mississauga and Brampton, and the town of Caledon, as well as their various municipal predecessors, some of which go back to the 1850s. And so such records include council and committee minutes, bylaws, assessment rolls, maps and plans, audiovisual material, you name it, anything created and or collected by an area government. In this video, I want to share with you a few government records that speak to the fascinating story of the historic waterworks systems in Peel. And so those consisted of the assorted pipe, pump, and reservoir systems that have been responsible for the supply of clean water in Caledon, Brampton, and Mississauga prior to 1974. So the first record I'd like to show you is an interesting 1937 bylaw passed by the Village of Bolton, which is now located in the town of Caledon, laying out the rules and regulations governing their waterworks system at that time. Among other things, from this bylaw, we learned that citizens wanting to hook up their homes or their business to the water service had to apply to the village clerk, that the pipes feeding into homes were half-inch copper pipes buried 5 feet deep, and that water from the system cost 28 cents per 1,000 imperial gallons, which works out to about 4,500 liters. For my Brampton example, I have selected two oversized plan ledgers that recently arrived at the archives. Both are labeled Brampton Sewerage Works, and collectively they contain over 300 gorgeous plans of the town streets, along with the sewer layouts. Most of the plans date to 1924, with some coming up into the 1930s, and some of the plans even show building footprints for the surrounding structures along the roadway. And some of the plans also show the assorted bridges that used to cross over the Etobicoke Creek in downtown Brampton prior to that creek being diverted outside of the downtown core. And kind of a bonus find with these, again, gorgeous records, in between two of the pages was an old clerk's memo, and on it is printed the town of Brampton crest in just a gorgeous purple ink. And I've actually yet to see this in color in any other government record. Turning finally to Mississauga, among the records in our care is a wonderful plan of the then existing water mains in the southern portion of the township of Toronto as of 1952. I should explain at this point that the township of Toronto is the municipal predecessor to both the town and the city of Mississauga. The plan goes or covers the area from Lake Ontario in the south up to Burnhamthorpe Road in the north, and Winston Churchill Boulevard, or then as it was known, Trafalgar Town Line, in the west, over to the Etobicoke Creek on the east. And so beyond the existing infrastructure that it shows, the plan also depicts some proposed work needed to increase water service in the Clarkson area of the township. And this includes, some larger water mains, as well as, potential other pumping stations and elevated tanks. The plan also shows us the location of the Port Credit, as well as the Township of Toronto water purification plants, and even shows us where the intake pipes were that were pulling in water from Lake Ontario. So all in all, just kind of a really neat snapshot in time of the water system and the planned water system in the 1950s. As a bonus, have you ever wondered what a fire hydrant hookup looks like underground? I've wondered that myself, and I can help. Recently, we came across a fire hydrant schematic from 1967 among a really interesting group of records generated by the Town of Mississauga Public Utilities Commission. And this was the group basically responsible for the operation and maintenance of the waterworks system. And so while this drawing is very neat, I think their mascot is really, really cool. Basically, he's a walking water drop. Very clever. But anyway, thank you for joining me in this brief exploration of how some glorious government records in our care can help shed light on the historic waterworks systems in Peel. Please drop me a line if you have any questions, and I thank you for your time.